Now, from across the Tri-States, this is KHQA Sports.
Before setting out on the road today, the radar looked much less than promising when it came to getting all of today's boys soccer in at the scheduled time. But for QND, who was taking on Hillsboro in the Class 1A Effingham sectional semifinal, there was just enough of a break in the downpour for the Raiders to put a serious beating on their opponent. Let's take you to the highlights from earlier today at Effingham St. Anthony High School. Class 1A sectional semifinal. It would be all QND all the time in this one. 19th minute, Taylor Reese just lines one up from 30 yards. That is a pretty strike to put the Raiders on top, 1-0. But Taylor was very far from done. A little bit closer, but still pretty far out there. Kicks one off the keeper's hand. 2-0 for QND and 2 goals for Taylor Reese. Later, off a free kick, it would be Parker Reese getting in and redirecting one past the keeper. We went into halftime, 3-0 QND, and Taylor Reese just very nearly missed a first half hat trick, but later on, he would get that hat trick. We're going the other way now. Taylor lines it up again. I don't think he scored a single shot from inside the box today. His long distance game was working very well. That's his hat trick, 4-0 QND at that point. And to put the icing on it all, here's Parker Reese to make it 5-0. Now, the rain held off for a while, but there was lightning sighted at 12 minutes to go in the game. The officials got together, called the game, so QND wins it with 12 minutes to go on the clock, but they just called the game 5-0. QND your winner. They will advance to the sectional title game Friday at 4 against Carlinville. And here is one heck of a game that Chris Dewar was down shooting tonight. The Class 3A, regional semifinals. QHS was down 1-0 to Alton with 3.5 minutes to play, but the Blue Devils get a goal from Kenley Leyendeckers to tie the game, and later from Blake Herman to take the lead and the win. The Blue Devils get it done in the final 3.5 minutes to beat Alton and advance to face Edwardsville on Friday. Again, Chris Dewar has those highlights. He is bringing those to you tomorrow. That is one heck of a game for the Blue Devils, a great win. Again, you can see the highlights from it tomorrow night. Also in the Class 1A sectional semis, Macomb beats Williamsville 2-1. Very close game, but the Bombers advance to face Blue Ridge on Saturday. And again, these highlights you can see tomorrow as well. So QHS and Macomb soccer highlights coming your way tomorrow. And also in volleyball, we've got Macomb falling to Unity 2-1. There you see Liberty beating Rushville Industry 2-0. And in some college soccer NAIA women, it was Culver Stockton knocking off Mount Mercy 3-1, but the men not so fortunate as they fall to Mount Mercy by a final score of 5-1. Well, scheduling struggles seem destined to force Pittsfield-Griggsville Perry to play 2 football games each with the likes of Macomb and Illini West during the 2013 regular season. However, that's a scenario that Sauke's head coach Don Bigley is working proactively to avoid in future seasons. As evidence, KHQA has learned that the Sauke's have agreed to venture across the river for a home and away series with Northeast Missouri small school power South Shelby beginning in 2014. Cardinal football coach Rob Wilt confirmed this afternoon that his team would host the Sauke's in 2014 and travel to Pittsfield in 2015. So something to look forward to on this football schedule in the coming years.